December 13th, 2003. A cold dawn at Ad-Dar, near Tikrit, Iraq. American troops move in, helicopters circling overhead. The Operation Red Dawn is underway, a patch of dry farmland. Beside a small hut, the earth looks disturbed. Soldiers kneel, brushing away the soil, but intelligence points nearby. A suspicious hut, a patch of ground that just doesn't look right. Then, a trapdoor, hidden, crude, covered with dirt. When the soldiers lift it, the world's most wanted man is inside. The dictator who once commanded millions surrenders without resistance. His first words, greater than I am Saddam Hussein. I am the president of Iraq, and I want to negotiate. But there was no negotiation, only defeat. This is the spider hole, the last hiding place of Saddam Hussein. The man who once ruled Iraq with palaces of marble and gold, reduced to this underground burrow. But to understand this moment, we must go back to where it started.
Limna.
March 20th, 2003. The U.S., together with Britain, Australia, and Poland, launch a full-scale invasion of Iraq. The justification: weapons of mass destruction. Fears of chemical and nuclear weapons hidden in the desert.
My fellow citizens, at this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people.
And accusations of links to terrorism.
There is no doubt that Saddam Hussein now has weapons of mass destruction.
In the early hours, explosions light the skies over Baghdad. Cruise missiles rain down. Shock and awe. A campaign designed to break Iraq's defenses in days. Coalition troops pour across the Kuwaiti border. Convoys stretch for miles. Tanks grind forward. Helicopters roar above. The Iraqi army resists fiercely in places like Basra and Nasiriyah, but their defenses crumble under superior firepower. Just outside Baghdad, the ground trembles. U.S. tanks rumble through the city. Dust clouds rise over broken streets. The people of Baghdad are used to conflict. But this moment is different. The once unshakable rule of Saddam Hussein is crumbling before the eyes of the world. It's the beginning of the end for Saddam's regime. Civilians gather, staring at a single monument. A towering bronze statue of Saddam Hussein, 39 feet tall. His right hand raised, a symbol of decades of rule. Ropes are thrown around its neck. Chains clatter against bronze. Soldiers attach a cable to a tank. The statue groans, tilts, then collapses. Iraqis rush forward. Some leap onto the fallen statue, striking it with shoes. For the world, this is the image of Saddam's fall. His rule collapsing in stone, before it collapses, in flesh. By December 2003, the American forces were exhausted, after weeks of false leads, endless raids, empty houses, and silence. The soldiers of the 4th Infantry Division moved toward Tikrit, 87 miles northwest of Baghdad. Every whisper said, Saddam was close, but every door they kicked in led nowhere. Frustration was rising, morale was low. And then, one night, it happened. A man was captured. His name, Omar al-Muslit. To the soldiers, just another suspect. But in the web of tribal loyalties around Tikrit, Omar's name carried weight. He was part of the al-Muslit family, a clan known to be close to Saddam. At first, Omar said nothing. He denied everything, that he'd seen Saddam, that he knew anything at all. But after hours of questioning, something changed. His tone softened, his eyes shifted. And then, he gave them what they'd been searching for. A clue, a place, a small rural area, south of Tikrit. A name whispered under his breath. Ad-Dar. The soldiers leaned in. He described the farm, a quiet one by the Tigris River. A hut, a patch of earth. That looked unusual. It was a detail so simple, Most would have ignored it, but it was all they needed. And as dawn broke over the dusty fields of Ad-Dar, the soldiers surrounded the area. What began as a moment of frustration led to the discovery that would change history. Because beneath that disturbed patch of earth, through a hidden wooden trapdoor, lay the man they had been chasing for months, Saddam Hussein, the dictator who once ruled Iraq with an iron fist, found.
We got him.
He was then sent to a mission support site in Tikrit. Soon after, President George W. Bush acknowledged the effort of the individuals who made the capture possible. Hours later, the world sees proof, under bright lights. Saddam sits, examined by a U.S. doctor, his mouth pried open, a flashlight gliding across his teeth. For Iraqis, their former president reduced to a detainee, treated like any other prisoner under medical check. But the real reckoning is yet to come. U.S. officials assign him a title, High-Value Detainee Number 1. His cell is bare. 4 concrete walls, a steel bed, a toilet, a single buzzing fluorescent light. His life, now measured in steel and silence. July 2004, Saddam Hussein is handed over to the newly formed Iraqi government. For the first time, he will face court. The chamber is stark, wooden benches, a raised judge's platform. The Iraqi flag draped behind them. Saddam enters, defiant. He mocks the court, raises his fist. Greater than "This is theater," he shouts. "The criminals are outside this room."
ظل واقف نتلو قرار الحكم ظل واقف
عيش الشعب
كجريمة ضد الإنسانية وفق المادة.
The time mob was closing in. November 5th, 2006. The judge's voice echoes through the chamber. Saddam Hussein is guilty of crimes against humanity. The sentence, death by hanging. From palaces of marble to a hole in the ground, from a statue that touched the sky to rubble and dust, from fear in every street to silence in the courtroom. Even in death, he divided a nation. The spider hole, the rope, the fall. This is where it all ended, and where so much more began.